Amelia, Miranda here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys part two of my library sale pickups. So on Friday, I did hit up the other sale that I had mentioned in the previous video that I was going to be going to, and I came out with some great stuff. No, it's not as much as the last time that I went to the specific sale, but still I found some pretty great things that I'm pretty happy about. And I try to get to these sort of sales fairly early, where that means standing in line for an hour or two before they even open, just to get first dibs, get all the good stuff. I'm fine with that. Luckily, I was second in line, just like I was at the last sale. So yeah, and especially get there early so you can beat the scanners. I had a couple that were not too far behind, but I'm sure that I beat them to all the good stuff, and they kind of ended up with all the junk. Yeah, the stuff they were putting in their box was like worth nothing. But anywho, you guys, so if you follow me on Instagram and we're keeping up with my story, I kind of showed you guys a couple pictures, the setup of like the movies and stuff, and then the long hallway of CDs and everything. So I do actually have some soundtracks that I picked up. Normally I don't collect CDs, but I have kind of been getting soundtracks here and there. I had like a ton more that I kind of wanted to get, but I ended up putting some back. I was good, put some back, and kind of limited myself to the soundtracks. And then of course we do have Blu-rays and DVDs. So let's go on ahead and get into this haul, see what I got. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the soundtracks first, just to get them out of the way. So I did actually snag the soundtrack to Tarzan, which I thought was pretty cool. And then we also have The Lion King and The Princess and the Frog. Then I did snag the Pulp Fiction soundtrack, as well as Freaky Friday, which this one, I was looking at the songs, there's actually quite a few on here that I rather enjoy, so seems like a pretty good soundtrack. And then we have Thelma and Louise soundtrack. And then this one is The Music Man. Now, I actually have a burnt copy of this that I have had since I was probably in like first grade, because my best friend from first grade, she was the one that got me hooked on The Music Man. Like, I absolutely love this movie. And she actually burnt me a copy of The Music Man, but I just wanted the actual like artwork and case and a clean copy, a legit copy of The Music Man, so I was happy to come across that. And then this one was probably my favorite find from the soundtracks, and it's the 2-disc set of Forrest Gump. So it comes in like this, the chunky case and whatever, but there's like so many songs on here, you guys. There's 32, so cannot wait to give this one a listen. Okay, so moving on to the Blu-rays. Now, I did find a Shudder title, and that is Scare Me. I streamed this, I think it was last year on Shudder, and I absolutely love this. Now, I know not everybody enjoyed it, but I did. I freaking love this one, you guys. It was a lot of fun, and basically there's these two people that are stuck in this cabin, and they're basically telling each other scary stories, but she's the better storyteller than he is, and so she's trying to kind of make him work to tell a really good story. But it's one of those films where you kind of have to envision the story, if you will, and just the sound effects that they make to create this like atmosphere. It's so good, you guys. I highly recommend this one. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was super fun. Then we have What Happens in Vegas. I thought I actually had this in the collection, like on DVD or something, but I guess I didn't. I've seen this a ton of times, so I mean, it's a fun one. This next one is one that I've kind of actually passed on several times, even though I do enjoy Rachel McAdams, but for whatever reason, I guess it just never really showed any interest in it. But recently, someone was talking about it in a video, and so it kind of captured my attention, and it's this film called About Time. Next, we have Die in a Gunfight. I don't know. Looks like maybe some cheesy fun. We'll see. But I mean, Alexandra Daddario's in it. So, I mean, for her, definitely check it out. Got an A24 title here, and that is Come On, Come On. This is one that I've heard excellent things on. Cannot wait to check it out. Love me some Joaquin Phoenix. And this next one is one that actually came as a recommendation from the awesome Stephanie over at Movie Chatter. You guys, you can always trust her recommendations. You will never be sorry with any film that she recommends. And it's this film called Baraka. And she's mentioned it several times in a bunch of different videos and stuff, not just on her channel, but on other people's channels as well. And I hear this actually visually stunning, so I cannot wait to check this one out. All right, moving along, we have this film here called Heist. Now, I love a good heist flick, but I'd actually not even heard of this up until like maybe a couple weeks ago. I actually saw the trailer for it, I think on like a Dollar Tree title or something. I don't know. But yeah, I love a good heist movie, so I thought I'd get that one. This next one is actually an upgrade, and that is Nobody's Fool. This movie is flipping hilarious. I mean, you gotta love Tiffany Haddish. Like, every role that she's in is just so, so funny, and she can just be so raunchy at times, and this is a bit on the raunchy side, I will say. But yeah, it's loads of fun, you guys. Just laughing my butt off with this one. This next one, I don't have really any expectations for. It's a magnet release, so with those, you never really expect much, but it looked like a fun time, so I went ahead and got into this film called Yakuza Princess. I don't know. We'll see. Next up, we have Jackie, which I've heard great things on this one too. The story here of First Lady Jackie Kennedy. This next one, oh my goodness, I was super happy to find this one. It's one I've been curious about, but the Blu-ray just never seems to drop in price. But you have Colin Firth and Stanley Tucci in this film called Supernova. Basically, they're a couple and they're in their camper traveling England to visit friends and family. One of them, I think, has like early onset dementia or something like that. So they're trying to spend like every last minute together. But like some secrets come out, and then, you know, their love kind of gets tested and whatnot. So it just seems like right up my alley. Very kind of heartfelt, emotional film. So looking forward to checking that one out. Next up, I remember kind of hearing about this. It is an Amazon Studios film, and that is The Only Living Boy in New York, but I really haven't heard like any reviews on it, so I don't know how good it is, but you know, looking forward to checking it out. Next up, I've heard nothing but great things on Ed Wood. This one actually came factory sealed, you guys, but when I went to check out, I asked the lady because the disc in this was actually loose, and so she ended up opening up the packaging, and so I checked it out and it was perfectly fine. So went ahead and snagged this. Yeah, I've heard lots of talk on this one, so excited to check it out. And then this one, of course, Lowriders, not really one you see every day out in the open, but yeah, I was just kind of curious about this because I kind of grew up around like the whole like lowrider scenery. My brother, he's always been into lowriders. That's kind of what he does right now. He started off doing bikes and now he does cars and everything. And so I'm just kind of curious to see the cars in here. I don't know what exactly the storyline is behind this one, but yeah, I'm just curious to, you know, see the lowriders and whatnot. All right, next up we have The Old Man and the Gun. I really don't know anything about this, but the cast, I mean, Robert Redford, Casey Affleck, Sissy Spacek, can't go wrong there, so I definitely wanted to go ahead and check this one out. And then we have Renee Zellweger in Judy. Nice looking slip on this, I will say. But who doesn't love them, you know, like Judy Garland, so to, you know, see her story here. I'm not huge on Renee Zellweger, but you know, we'll see how I like her performance in here. But yeah, definitely excited to check that one out. This next one I actually recently saw the trailer for, kind of caught my interest. It is like a war-based kind of background, and it's this film called Thank You for Your Service. It has Miles Teller in it, so we'll see. Again, he's one of those ones that I'm not a huge fan of his, but his role seemed, you know, pretty good in here from what I saw like on the trailer and whatnot, so we'll see. Then we have this film here. It stars Burt Lancaster in it, and it's this film called From Here to Eternity. I'd never heard of this film. I really don't know anything about it, but it was factory sealed and whatnot. So yeah, I went ahead and got this. Nice slip on this one too. So we'll see. And the last Blu-ray that I got is another A24 film, and that is The Disaster Artist. All right, DVDs, you guys. So you guys know it's not a successful trip without picking up a snapper. So we got Night Shift here. I've not seen this film. I know it does have a Blu-ray release, but I couldn't pass this one up. Literally all the snappers that I saw, I already have in the collection, except for this one. So I went ahead and snagged this, but I like the artwork on this, and it seems like a fun film. So definitely if I end up liking this, I will probably upgrade to the Blu-ray. All right, the next one I have here is The Fourth Floor. You do have Juliette Lewis and William Hurt in this. I've never heard of this one, but it seemed pretty interesting. Basically, this lady, she moves into a new apartment, and there's just kind of some sketchy things going on and just like weird sounds and infestations and whatnot. And so, yeah, trying to find out these secrets to what's going on there and whatnot. So, I mean, it seemed interesting. So, I mean, I thought I'd go ahead and check that one out. Next up, this film, I'm not sure if it has a all-region Blu-ray import or if it's just the Region B Blu-ray. But I've heard great things on this film, and that is Hard Boiled. So I'm happy to have this on DVD for now, for sure. So yeah, can't wait to see what the hype is about on this one. This next film here, so I should have probably looked into this beforehand, but I didn't. Like, I was just kind of wanted to be done looking through things and whatnot there at the library. But it's this film called The Spiral. Now this is actually the, I guess, sequel, like the second film in the series of the Ringu series, or Ring, whatever you want to call it. So I did not know that, but I got it because it just kind of looked interesting, like the front artwork and like even all the artwork on the back, like there's some interesting kind of like scenes going on there, but it's all like in Japanese, I think, so you can't really read anything, and I'm not even sure if my player will play this. There's nothing stating like the, you know, region or anything, so I'm gonna have to, you know, check this one out and see if my player, you know, we'll play it. But yeah, I don't know anything really about this. Like I said, it's the second from the series. Don't know if this has like a standalone Blu-ray, but I heard, I think that the Arrow release of Ringu has it as like an extra feature or something like that. I don't know, but nonetheless, it looked interesting. So I mean, I'll probably have to check out all the, you know, the first one before watching this. But yeah, got that one. And then this one I've never seen, and I hadn't really heard of it up until recently, and actually a few people recommended it in their top 25 of the 90s video that Tim Talks Talkies had put out, and that is Mr. Holland's Opus. So I'm definitely curious to see what the hype is about this one. All right, next one's here. I guess somebody decided to empty their collection of the like Disney classics or whatever, because I found several. There was another one that I had found, which was Sounder. That one ended up being like super scratched, but I found all of these ones. So we have In Search of the Castaways, and like these Disney classics, you guys, I know you can get them through like on Blu-ray through Disney Movie Club, but I don't know, I'm always hesitant about Disney Movie Club, so I'm fine with the DVDs for now. And even like new, these aren't extremely expensive. They usually run about like 10 bucks or so. So I've actually never even heard of this one, In Search of the Castaways. So definitely curious to check that one out. This one I probably haven't seen in many years, and that is Iron Will. And then also this one too. I remember seeing this, but it's been so long, and that is White Fang. This one I never even freaking heard of. But we have Toby Tyler, The Adventure Begins When the Circus Comes to Town. So yeah, I don't know, but obviously it's going to be something about the circus, so we'll see. We got Young Black Stallion here. And then the last one that I picked up, I'm actually super happy to finally have this. I've come across it a few times, like through Facebook and whatnot, and the sellers always end up like, everybody beats me to it. So, but I'm happy to finally have it, and it's the 2 film collection of Old Yeller. So you have the original Old Yeller, and then you have Savage Sam, and this one is actually factory sealed, you guys, so that's pretty awesome. Next up is this film called Baghdad Cafe. I've never heard of this, but it looked kind of interesting to me, so I went ahead and picked it up. This one, I think you can get I think it's just a Region B Blu-ray, but it has like a different name. It's like Out of Rosenheim or something is what it's called. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and, you know, check this one out. I mean, I think it's a great find because like new, it goes anywhere from like 25 to like 45 bucks. So yeah, I was happy to come across this one. And then I did go ahead and snag a new copy of The Last Mimsy. I had this film in the collection, and then I don't know what the heck happened to it, if it like warped or something, because it just like would not play. Like the menu would like show up, and then it just wouldn't like move past that or whatever. So it was like really weird. So hopefully this one plays okay, but I've always enjoyed this film. I think it's a cute little family film. Next up is this film called Vampire Clan. So yeah, vampires, why the heck not? And then I was happy to come across this. So I had actually found the VHS of this a few months back for like 99 cents at Goodwill. And so I know that this one too, like if you try and you want to get it new or whatever, it's a little pricey, like 30 bucks or so. And that is Volcano. And yeah, you guys, I've never seen this, but it's always one that I've been curious about. I've heard good things on it. Hubby says he's seen it and it's good. So definitely looking forward to actually watching it. Down to the last few, so I did come across Nora's Hair Salon. So I don't know if this is going to be kind of like sort of a knockoff of like Beauty Shop or something. I don't know, but I figured I would go ahead and give it a watch. I mean, there's a good cast in here, and I'm sure it's something that I'll enjoy. And then finally, freaking finally, came across a copy of Eloise at the Plaza. I love this film. I recently revisited it, and it holds up beautifully. It is still so stinking cute. As you can see, it is factory sealed, but every time I come across this, like at the thrift store, is always scratched the hell out of, so I was happy to come across this because I do have the Christmas one. I just needed that one. And this last item that I got, I'm super stoked to finally freaking have this set in the collection. Again, it's Disney, and you can get, you know, the Blu-rays like separately through Disney Movie Club, but I'm happy just to have this DVD set here. And these are films that I used to frequently watch when I was a kid, and I haven't seen them in a very, very long time, but it's the 3-pack of The Mighty Ducks. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was like kind of my find of the day. I've been wanting this set forever, and I just never really pulled the trigger on buying it new. So I was happy to come across this one. So those are all my pickups, you guys. And actually, I kind of regret not picking up this certain item, but the outer packaging was like so banged up on it. I had come across the DVD Criterion of Bicycle Thieves. It's one film that I actually have the Blu-ray on my wish list, but I've never seen it, but it's always kind of been in the back of my mind. Like, it just, the storyline seems interesting to me. And so I've been so curious about it. And I wanted to pick up the DVD just as a blind buy to check it out and see if it's worth like upgrading or anything like that. But yeah, the outer packaging was pretty bad. And just the inner packaging, it was basically like a digipack, one of the unfoldable ones in the booklet, and it just would have bugged the hell out of me having it like floating around and stuff. But yeah, kind of regret it, but it is what it is. So that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Join the family if you have not, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.